Hello, everyone. Busaba Studios here, and today I want to discuss something that I've been thinking about discussing for quite a while, and that is, of course, yet again, Dead by Daylight. But this is something I want to discuss about. Basically, I want to say that I believe Dead by Daylight is in a much better spot currently right now than it has been. If you don't know why I'm saying that, basically, I am glad with the direction that DBD is taking so far. Even I love DBD to death. I play the fuck out of the game a lot. However, there was some controversial things with the game since years ago, during my time when I started playing the game again in 2020 and all that. Because I played the game back in 2017, but then I stopped playing the game you know, after only playing the game at least like what 5 times or something. But then as years go on, I decided to come back to the game in 2020 and it was fun, but there were some controversial stuff. However, as like what a year and a half or so go by, behavior has been updating the game, actually putting in some really good life changes that is making the game in more of a healthier spot and even more obviously a way more balanced. Well, I wouldn't say balanced considering like you can't really balance the game, but I'm trying to say that it's in a better condition than it is now. Like, let's start off with so I'm gonna start explaining what I think about other stuff as well. So the first thing I want to discuss about is well, the Xenomorph coming out on live months ago. And considering that the Xenomorph is actually one of my favorite horror monsters, I am glad that when I saw the trailer of the Xenomorph, well, the teaser at least, I was excited. So then, and then eventually the PTB was released. I saw a gameplay video of it on YouTube. Waited about until the update came out. Got Xenomorph, played the fuck out of him, and fucking loved the chapter at least. Even though the chapter was disliked by many people, maybe because people are all like, "Oh, Xenomorph has no counterplay. Oh, Xenomorph is bullshit. Oh, Xenomorph takes no fucking skill. Oh, Xenomorph is too overpowered." Ugh. Even though there's actually counterplay to the Xenomorph, just don't fucking pre-drop power knowing that the Xenomorph's gonna tail attack you. Or maybe fucking try to at least bait the tail attack if you're about to run to a window while it's close to you. But yeah, you know. But then people are like, "Oh, well, it would just warn you then." Yeah, but if that's really the case, because here's the thing: really good survivors can easily counter the Xenomorph. I played Xenomorph a good amount, and I had matches where I got completely wrecked. Like I was going against a full on good team, and I got my butt cheeks destroyed. But other than that, um, even though it has nothing to do with the game being a healthier spot, I mean, it did introduce, Xenomorph, Ellen Ripley, and of course, new perks. And of course, one of the controversial perks, Ultimate Weapon, which has been complained to death by many survivor mains and all that. But I like the chapter in my opinion. I think the chapter is probably it's a really good chapter, but best chapter. I'm sorry, but that best chapter goes to the Project W chapter. I'm sorry. I'm going. The Wesker chapter was way better, but I still like the Alien chapter at least. Next up, Chucky. So we all came to the conclusion we wanted Chucky in DBD, but we had no idea how he was going to fit well in the game because of the fact he's so fucking tiny. So we don't know how behavior is going to implement something like that in the game. However, they managed to fucking figure out a way to do it. And when we found out that Chucky's getting released, we were surprised. We were all fucking surprised. We thought it was gonna be someone else. No, it's fucking Chucky. PTB came out. I didn't play it. I saw gameplay. I can't play the PTB because I don't have a PC. And plus, I don't have Dead by Daylight on PC either. But I saw gameplay of it. Looks good. And, as time went on, the update came out finally. I got Chucky, played him, and he was actually really fun to play as. But going against him, really depends on me. I'm either going against a Chucky that kind of doesn't know how to really play the character, or I'm going against a really, really good Chucky player, and yeah, there's nothing really I have an answer for. I pretty much just lose, and I just move on to the next match. There's really no answer to that. But other than that, it's a good chapter, but I prefer the Alien chapter more, even though my favorite chapter is obviously the Project W chapter. But I do prefer the Alien chapter more than the Chucky chapter, even though Chucky is, actually fun to play as. But going against them, again, really depends how the match goes. Like, you're either going against a Chucky that's really not that good, or you're going against a really godlike Chucky who really knows, like, how to play the character. So, yeah, you're just, again, you won't really have an answer to, like, how you're going to win. It's pretty much unwinnable at this point, but. I mean, unless you're a really good survivor, you know how to actually counter the character. But another good thing about the Chucky chapter is the nerf they made for this. Yes, a nerf to a very strong perk ever since it was released during the End Transmission chapter, aka Singularity chapter. But yeah, when Singularity first came out, made for this, which came in with Survivor Gabriel, was extremely freaking powerful. On its own, it was already really strong. You basically get injured and you just get 3% haste speed. However, it is even more worse when you pair that with Hope, and yeah, it pretty much just, if you're Survivor and you're running these two perks together, you're obviously going to win and easily, no matter what. Or if you're Killer, it's pretty much a loss for you. There's nothing you can really do about it. But even without Hope, made for this by itself is just really, really strong. Paired up with like resilience and all that for like a chase build, yeah, you're pretty much good to go. Even though that perk is useless against killers like Nurse or Blight or range killers specifically, talking about you, Huntress, Trickster, and Deathslinger, of course. But other than that, perk is just really strong. But so when Chucky came out, the perk finally got nerfed to the ground, actually. Like, to the ground. Now how made for this works is that you still get the 3% haste speed. However, it now only works on Deep Wound, which I guess it's good against like Legion or Deathslinger, but other than that, it's pretty much a very hard perk to use now. Kind of like Dead Art, because Dead Art was a really overpowered perk back then. Then as so many years go by, it finally got nerfed. Twice, actually. It got nerfed to, how it worked, like it does work now, except you didn't need to get hooked. But then they nerfed it again, and now you have to, like, get unhooked to even have the perk activated one time. But yeah, that's pretty much, it. And maybe this getting nerfed was actually pretty good, because it actually made the game more healthier. And of course, made for this, you can still get the endurance side effect when you heal someone at health state. But, it's not strong like it used to be. It's more like a high risk, high reward perk now. Which is, makes it fair. Which is fine. But other than that, Chucky chapter, good. But I just like the Alien chapter more. Then we get to, well, the more recent chapter, Alan Wake. Which is probably one of the best updates I have ever seen in this game. Even though the chapter itself is, it's just Alan Wake. And, he's got voice lines. He's got 3 unique perks. But other than that, it's not just about the chapter. It's about the best fucking rework I've ever seen in a Dead by Daylight history. Hillbilly, 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 Hillbilly. Hillbilly has been reworked to the fucking row. And he's probably fucking A tier, for all we know. That new overdrive mechanic he has instead of the overheat mechanic, that's strong. That's really good. Doesn't matter what add-ons you use. You can use any add-on and you will still fucking destroy players. Dude, if you go check out my channel, you'll see like a few videos I posted where I was playing as Hillbilly ever since his WeWork. And you can see me, like, yeah, I got like, what, 2Ks or some shit, but like, I still get pretty good. I still fucking kicked ass. But honestly, like, and I'll make himself, again, his perks. Polia's fun perk is obviously Champion of Light, because you know why. But other than that, the reason why I think a game is in a healthier spot, because I love that behavior is actually going out their way to, like, actually make changes that will make the people happy. Because, like, here's, back then, normally it takes way too long for behavior to do something. Like, old behavior did not give a shit about at all. Like, old behavior did not care about balance or the game being fun or game being healthy at all. But as time went on, now behavior actually gives a shit about making the game a healthier spot for players who actually enjoy the game more often. Which is good. I'm glad that they are making the opportunity to make the game actually in a more healthier spot. Another thing I want to mention real quick is the Grim Embrace rework, which made it actually a really good perk, but also a healthy perk at the same time. It kind of works like Pain Res, but different. You see, Pain Res used to be really fucking overpowered ever since Ares came out. You just hook someone on a Scorch Hook, and it didn't have tokens back then, so you could just hook any survivor, you just get constant slowdown. However, they reworked it, and now you have to hook 4 individual survivors on the Scorch Hook to get value out of it, and then boom, dead perk slot now. Which is healthy, because 1, it requires you to not tunnel, and that's pretty much it. They did the same thing with Grim Embrace, where you have to hook 4 individual survivors. And it's basically the same as Pain Res, except it's not a Scorch Hook, but it's really good still, and it's healthy. Because again, requires you to not tunnel, which is healthy for the game. Pretty healthy. But other than that, I just really like that behavior is actually making changes to make the game a lot better, and I think the game is actually getting better as time goes on because of these good life changes they're making. I know that we're gonna get a new chapter eventually, and I know we're getting a PTP at the new chapter that's gonna come soon on 20th of February. And hold on, what day is it right now? Hold on, it's February 19th right now. It's like 4 a.m. for me. Yes, I'm staying up late, but like it's February 19th right now. So like by the time I upload this video, it's gonna be like morning for me and all that. But like, so that means when the 20th comes, the PTB of the new chapter will come out, so we can actually see what the new killer looks like. Because so far, I'm actually excited to see what the killer looks like. Because for what I know, it's like a crawler like fucking monster. And when we saw the final teaser, and we actually get to see what the monster kind of looks like, we get to see his face kind of and shit. Definitely tells you we're getting another monster in DBD. Original monster this time. Because the last original monster we had in DBD was Dredge. And I'm not counting Xenomorph because that's licensed. I'm talking about original killers. The last original monster we had in DBD was the Dredge. So the fact we're finally getting a new original monster in the game is good. And I'm excited to see how that chapter turns out. Because I would love to see more original killers come in as well. But anyways, all I'm going to say is Dead by Daylight is definitely a really much better spot right now. And hopefully behavior keeps actually doing a good job to making it a better spot. Or making it more healthy. And I appreciate it. And that's all I really have to say for this video. I will see you guys next time.